Good morning, welcome to the lesson 7. Today we are going to see the laboratory instruments, and you will make an exposition of this lesson the next meet. It's important to know all the names of the most famous names of the tools or instruments that we can use in one science lab. We're going to start uh, defining the word laboratory, right? You know what is a laboratory? When we say laboratory, we are talking or we are referring with one place. It's a place, it has to be safe with actually biosecurity safety um, ways, all the safety ways. This is a laboratory. We have different kind of laboratories, but the topic is science, and in the school in Liquidambar we have a science laboratory, right? And in the laboratory we can find different instruments or different toolkits or tools, right? So we're going to define the most basic or the most famous. For example, if you see the picture, we have a different kind of instruments that you are going to expose the next class in the meet. I'm going to post the names in the comment. I'm going to, in the title, I will put the names of the people that is going to expose this topic. So we have extinctors, fire extinctors, we have thermometers, different instruments, but the most famous, well, the most important is the microscope. We have the microscope in the school. It's electronic or not electronic, right? Mechanic or electronic. It's a kind of instrument. It's like a machine that helps us to see tiny objects, tiny organisms. We can see bacteria. The last class, when the last year before COVID, we saw in first grade, in second grade, we saw the parts of the insects with the microscope, and it's very, very nice to see insects with microscopes. So, microscope is one of an important instrument. So we have, chemical are substances or liquids that sometimes can be hot or cold, right? For the reason it's important to understand that we have different glasses or different plastic containers that we call test tubes, right? So all of these test tubes help us to define or classify or put in different parts substances or chemicals that can be mixed or sometimes get hot. And in the instrument, in the laboratories, it's necessary to have all of these, because sometimes when we mix, or most of the time when we mix substances or chemical, we have vapor and we have explosion, and it's very dangerous. So the test tube is important to understand, right, and learn. So we have gloves, we have latex, plastic, rubber, latex, whatever gloves to protect our skin, our fingers, and actually to be safe from viruses or other substances that we can touch and can burn our skin, right? Chemical is other vocabulary words that you have to know. Is important, and we develop in laboratories. For example, in the laboratories of the medicine, people that develop medicines, pills, liquids, they will work with chemical, and it's important to understand that they need a mask, not only for coronavirus, right? Masks in the instruments and glasses are important to protect our face, our eyes, our skin, our hair, whatever. We have more special jackets, special suits that we can use. Magnifying glass is other kind of instrument that is important to see tiny particles in the laboratories. So in the next meet, Mr. Marvin is going to wait for more expositions about the laboratory and about instruments that we can use in the same. So love you so much. See you in the next class. And in the title, Mr. Marvin is going to post the names of the students are going to expose, in this case, for this week. Love you. Bye.